off for myself. First, it's about 20 for 3 items. If I give you $20 for 3 items, the cost would be $6.66. Okay. If I gave you $25 for 3.5 items, look at the answer here. 7.142857. The cycle of the moon, the 9 lives of the cat inside 1429. Inside the 9 lives of the bad cat. This says bad cat over here. Okay, number 2, what we're going to talk about is this design over here, which is this design over here, right? This is almost the Hebrew letter eh. Now, if you create this, it comes together. Now, either you're coming together from over here, Mercury, and over here, Venus. You're going down into Jupiter and plugging into Neptune. This design right over here, okay? The first design is the T. So it says A, right? Aleph. This is for the Aleph, right? And when you put that under a letter, it makes the sound, right? There's the sound, right? And this is the design of it, right here, the design. And this is what it does. Now, either it's going between Mercury and Earth, running into Jupiter. See, Jupiter would only be a run out of Jupiter because it's the point to all. So it connects one end of the line or the other, the same as these. This would be the short line. The short line could be right over here, which means north-south. Inside Jupiter, inside Venus, and inside Neptune. This one over here, which is almost just like this one, is telling you a difference. It's going down into Jupiter. Boom, boom, like I showed you up here. This one is stopping in Jupiter. This one, since it's a ball, it might mean the center of and the continuation. This one over here is the A letter, the flat line like this. When I put this flat line down, do you see this design over here? This line is from A and E. Here's the A, Mercury, going to E, Jupiter. 1 and 5, equivalent to the same number, equivalent to Mars, okay, which creates the red sun. Now, we connect over here. We have 1 and 9. We run this all the way over to here. This is the 5 area. You get 1 and 5. Here's your 1 and 5. Now, what's missing, right? The opposition of this, coming from over here in A alone, would be B, C, and all the way down over here to 7. This would create 1 and a 7 together, which would create the number 4. Coming from these two types of Hebrew alphabetical, what do you want to call it? The vowels in Hebrew. Okay, now we're going to just go on to one more thing. The top part over here, 10 gets 90, 20 gets 80, 30 gets 70, 40 gets 60, 50, 50. 50 and 40, 50 and 60, 9, 11. 7, 30 and 40, 70 and 60 becomes 71, 30 becomes 7, 4, Jesus, becomes 9, 11, Jesus, the birth 29. 2 and 9, 9 and 6, 96 equals 15. 15 over 8, 5 times 3, 5 plus 3. The third planet, the 5th letter, the E world. E upside down is a G. The small E is an upside down G. This one reverts to 13 and 10, 23. This is part of the rooftop, the diamond shape, the pyramid, okay, which the same shape shows up in Brazil. Because it's a 10, it becomes a 29. They both become the birth, reflected birth from one side to the other side. Then it becomes 7 and 4. What was 7 above is 4 below. 7 above, 4 below. When we go like this, becomes 7 below, 4 above, 11, 11. Now, if we're looking at dimensional work, now when you see maximum 1 and 2 rows, 1 and 2 rows, every cube equals to 6. Okay, every cube equals to 6. So now, every cube equals to 6. Everybody knows there's only number 4 that counts, right? The 4 is the only one that can count. Plus the 1 center 5, that's a maximum dice. So everything is counted at 5. So now we have 3 over here. Okay, if we had to have 3 over here, it would show it 1 below. 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 1 below. That's your 666. If that's your 666, the Hebrew shows it like this. Over here. When you revert it around, this mark over here is 4 letters. This mark is 5 letters. This mark is 6 letters. This mark... Sorry about that. This mark is 7 letters. This mark is 8 letters. And boom, once you get the 9th letter, look what happens. You get A and A inside of each other. This angle over here will connect and will create a letter, and it'll create this bar. The same bar that it creates over here. So I'm not sure what you're looking for or what you have to do. Okay, the reality of the situation is 29. First, you go for the maximum, 96, 116, and when you break it down, it becomes 24, 29. Center C from left to right piano, center C from right to left. 18 and 9, angel resident, 2 times 9, 2 plus 9. 2 times 4, communication. 4 times 8 equals to area space and the queen. This is your Pluto. This is your silver matrix. If we wanted to get into a conversation and talk a little bit, we can, because I don't know your world. I only know these numbers. 9 and 8 is the high, and it is the queen of creation. 3, 1, 7. 3 times 17 is 51. Plus 11 is 62, and that reverts back to the queen. Plus 60 is 122, which is 212, which is Fahrenheit, creation of man, and Celsius. Why? Because 212, 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, will equal to 55, and that is the creation of Pluto, the biggest planet. Why do I get 212? 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 5. We get 55. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 1342. And there's a continuation of explanation of the reality of the numbers, because where I got those numbers and those words were the same words you created and put it in the dictionary. So if I'm wrong, so is your dictionary. Raphael, working on the words of the world and that they're truth. Thank you for watching.